2 News, your source for local economics, social, and culture. I'm Mal, and that's May. Thank you for joining us. Today's top stories will include the vibrant culture of Tokugawa, treatment of everyday people, and the local economics. I'm happy to say our guest stars will be featuring Ieyasu, our shogun, Hiroshi, a local merchant describing her life and the economy, and a local citizen, Kimiko, who will describe the culture. Recently, Tokugawa's population drastically increased from 5,000 to 500,000. The population growth was great for the economy. I'd like to switch this over to me, who has an inside source with the local merchant.
I'm sitting here with Hiroshi, a local merchant from Tokugawa. Hiroshi, what exactly is a merchant?
Well, a merchant is a seller. The artisans and peasants makes the goods, and I travel around to sell and trade them.
Where exactly do you go to trade, and who do you trade with?
Trade increased due to our transportation networks. Roads were expanded, as well as the sea routes. Traveling for trading purposes are easy now. Here in Tokugawa, we trade among our own empire and with the English and Dutch.
Oh, wow. How are merchants treated, Hiroshi? Are you content with your lifestyle?
I don't mind being a merchant at all. Merchants and peasants typically get a benefit rather than the elite classes. Merchants control the rice being traded among the samurai. Nobody is allowed to trade with us, so all benefits go to us.
Besides always trading, what is a merchant's lifestyle like?
A merchant's life is nice. We build huge homes and wear nice clothing. On our free time, we go to theaters and tea houses.
That sounds a lot better than other merchant lives around the world. Thank you for your time. Back to you in the studio, May.
Well, there you have it, the life of a merchant in Tokugawa.
I cannot believe what great economy they have.
Not only does their merchants flourish in trade, which helps a lot, but their agricultural production increased, creating food surpluses and population growth.
Stay tuned for the treatment of everyday people in Tokugawa. Welcome back to Tokugawa Today. The social hierarchy was recently released, and we're here to inform you of it.
The new 4-class system is based off of the ideas of Confucius. The new hierarchy is inconsistent based on social realities.
Samurai is the top group who serves the shogun and leaders. The samurai has to follow a code that stresses loyalty, courage, and honor until death.
Samurai are also expected to be educated, honest, and wise. The samurai are also not allowed to participate in anything trade-related, which makes them weaker economically.
Under the samurai is the peasants and farmers. Peasants produce food that others depend on, so they deserve to be higher up, according to Confucius.
Peasants are taxed to support the samurai. Recently, protests broke out because farmers were stranded during crop failure and food shortages.
Artisans are below the peasants. Artisans produce important goods for merchants to trade.
Like peasants, they are taxed as well. However, artisans must live in their own section of a city.
On the bottom are the merchants who trade goods, but ironically, your life is one of the best.
Merchants live splendidly. If you're not trading, you're engaged in a variety of entertainment options. Jugglers and tea houses must be nice.
And that is what I'd like to call the 4-class system.
When we come back, we have breaking news, so stay tuned.
Welcome back. Here in May's hand, she has a document of the completion of the exclusion by Ieyasu.
This document was produced during 1639 in Tokugawa regarding the ban of the Portuguese ship.
A memo was also included which was directed at men aboarding the Chinese ship.
This document is informing people that the Portuguese are trying to send people over to Japan to spread Christianity. If a Christian boards a ship in China, they must report it.
It's an honor to say that Ming has a live interview with our shogun, Ieyasu.
I am standing here live with Ieyasu. Would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
I am the shogun of Tokugawa. I control significant territory, and I also created Edo, which is now Tokyo.
We recently found a document of yours banning the Portuguese. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I expelled all Portuguese and Spanish Catholic missionaries and traders. Political threats were created among converts, and I did not like the Christian teachings at all.
So what would have happened if one of your citizens is Christian?
They were either hunted down, persecuted, even driven out. I prefer the traditional teachings of Buddha.
How did you go about ensuring the Catholic faith would not reach your empire?
I did have harsh punishments, and I also banned Western books.
Well, I know that living in Tokugawa Empire, you better not be a Christian. Back to you in the studio.
Welcome back to Tokugawa today. I've never been so impressed with Tokugawa's culture in my life.
We would like to switch you over to me, who is a local, to explain the culture.
So what is it like living in Tokugawa?
It's a very interesting and diverse place. There's something for everyone to do in our lovely empire.
What do you mean by that? Are women left out?
No, not at all. As young girls, they are trained in music, dance, and singing. Many would eventually star in plays.
What is literature like in your empire?
There are many written texts that are about love and money, which are also focuses on both genders. Plays are also popular among the people. The most popular are dramatic.
You said there are novels. So does that mean that people can read?
Absolutely. Literacy and learning spread widely. Even women were illiterate. People demanded for more books other than religious texts.
What types of books do people typically read?
They like plays, novels, focuses on love and money. Suicide love novels are common and popular. Also, we read encyclopedias, maps, and travel guides.
Wow. What are major developments there?
Manufacturing industry increased. Production of fine silks and cotton fabrics flourished the city. New literacy and art forms were introduced. Firearms also increased to help during war.
Wow. What a great empire. We will be back to explain major changes and continuities. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to Tokugawa 2 News. Throughout today's episode, we have explained the economy, culture, and social life in Tokugawa. It's time to tell you the changes of the Tokugawa Empire.
Mentioned earlier, the population rapidly increased from 5,000 to 1 million. A minor change among the introduction of Christianity was sparked, but was soon shot down.
Don't forget trade. It started off strong, and merchants traded with Europeans. Now Japan decided to isolate themselves from Europe because they were threatened by Christianity.
We understand that changes are hard to deal with and people don't like changes, so don't fret. There are still some continuities.
The Confucius ideas never changed or disappeared. The authority follows Confucius by making sure their people are trained and educated. Confucius has been a tradition since 551 BCE.
Thank you for tuning into Tokugawa 2 News and listening to your local economics, social, and culture.
I'm Mal, and that's May. We'll see you back here tomorrow.